Next up from Bangladesh, we have Meezanur Rahman from the Artemia for Bangladesh EU project, and he's going to talk to us about shrimp and prawn production. Please go ahead.
Good evening. Thanks for the introduction. My name is Meezanur Rahman. I work for World Fish and leading EU-funded Artemia for Bangladesh project. I will be talking on Artemia cyst hatching and application in shrimp and prawn hatcheries. So, number of shrimp and prawn hatcheries in operation in 2021 is 56 Penis monodon hatcheries. In Bangladesh, there are southeast and southwest. 25 are located in Khulna region and only 6 macrobrachium hatcheries. 3 SPF monodon hatcheries in Bangladesh, 2 are located in Cox's Bazar, 1 in Khulna. Number of wild broodstock harvested per year from the Bay of Bengal for Penis monodon is 10 to 15,000 and 3,000 for macrobrachium from the rivers. Annual shrimp PL production is about 10 to 14 billions and 30 million for prawn PL. The wild broodstock are fed squid, mussel, cow liver, crab meat, and SPF shrimp broodstock fed mainly polychaete, squid, creed, which are imported, and cow liver and artificial diet. Amount of Artemia cyst Bangladesh imported per year about 50 metric tons, and there are no locally produced Artemia cyst biomass till 2020, before this EU project started. Problems with Artemia is it is completely import dependent, increasing price every year. Occasionally low quality cysts are available and vibrio contamination with the nuclei. Next slide, please. So, Patrick, can you move the slide a little bit up so I cannot see the bottom part? Yeah, little bit smaller size so I can see the full slide. Yeah.
Sorry, Meezanur, I cannot change. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. So maybe I can do. All right. So for Artemia cyst hatching procedure in the hatcheries is Artemia imported in Bangladesh mainly in the cans. Then it's is a cyst hydration and then a disinfection and the bleaching powder, then disinfection and hydration and rinsing and then washing. Next slide, please. And then before cyst is incubated, the seawater is treated and filtered, and then seawater is heated to go to the optimum temperature. Temperature is checked, but the Artemia hatching room in different hatcheries are different conditions. There are not really standard conditions, and it can be varies with the temperature. It can be varies with the lighting conditions. Also, the cleaning and procedures are varies with the different hatcheries. Thank you. Next slide. So once the Artemia cysts are incubated, then after 24 hours, our nuclei harvested. Some hatcheries use light in the bottom, some may not, because then after certain time the cyst rot, so they can collect. Then the unhatched cysts are separated by double sieve technique, and the double sieve technique you can see the unhatched cyst, and then the nuclei is hard rinsed. Thank you. Next slide, please. Artemia cyst hatching procedure, then it is the Artemia nuclei before it going to the larval rearing tank. It is treated with the disinfectant, chloramine, hydrogen peroxide, formalin, in some cases antibiotics, probiotics, vitamin C. The practice of Artemia hatching really needs to be standardized to ensure the efficacy according to the purpose. Next slide, please. The constraints in Artemia hatching in the hatcheries in Cox's Bazar is that the temperature is really difficult to control in summertime. In the winter time, you can heat it, but in the summertime, the temperature can really go beyond the optimum level. In general, hatching incubation period is 24 hours, so they really doesn't follow that whether it is instar 1 or instar 2 stage. So lack of observation of Artemia nuclei, which instar 1, which instar stages they are harvesting. And Artemia nuclei external washing with the chemicals might not sufficient to reduce the vibrio load in the larval rearing tank, and there is lack of practice of Artemia nuclei preservation before it goes to the larval rearing tank. Next slide, please, Patrick. So in 2020, EU-funded Artemia for Bangladesh project has been launched. So as a part of the activity of the project, the project imported Artemia franciscana bean chow strain from Vietnam, And then Artemia nauplii harvested at Nestor 1, and you can see that Artemia nauplii, before it goes to inoculation, Artemia nauplii inoculated in the pond. Then there are Artemia cysts produced and raw Artemia cyst, which has been stored in the saturated brine. Next slide, please. Then the project has been successful in producing Artemia biomass, and you can see the biomass. This alive Artemia biomass was supplied to the shrimp hatcheries, and then the remaining this biomass also kept frozen, which can be used later on in the hatcheries. Next slide, please. The summary of the presentation is the shrimp and prawn hatcheries in Bangladesh are dependent completely on imported expensive Artemia cyst. Improvement in Artemia cyst hatching procedure, nauplii storage is required for better management of the hatcheries. Locally produced Artemia cyst and biomass will reduce import dependency, open the scope for increased income of the small farmers. Next slide, please. So I really acknowledge the project staff who has been contributed for the progress of the Artemia production in Bangladesh, also Patrick Sorglos, Professor Hua from Vietnam, and the shrimp hatcheries in Bangladesh who has been helping and cooperating with the project and also helping us in providing the information. Thank you very much.